Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LPL 2025 Split 1.
Hold it. There are 3 people up here, but they do still have a Braum in the early game. They see 1, they see 2, now they see 3, and that's an issue.
Oh boy. Okay, lands it onto Shanji. I think we're just going to see Jackie forced to flash. What has Shanji started? It's the Wallstone Captain Jack, but he's down all summoners. There's no way to keep him alive, and Leave picks up first blood.
Leave picks up first blood. Jackie Love
That one
loses.
steals money.
What? Bill hook?
Yeah, it's hooks builds.
That's just diabolical, Sam. That is diabolical.
You use it to sit, like, get things out of cash registers.
It's kind of important that you missed on to leave. And it is important. Hang on, Jack Love's going to get a really important route here. He managed to get a really good feather pullback.
He got his back, but I think he might be too late. Aki now thinking about coming in himself. Can look to go into the backside. Flash away from Jackie. Will not keep alive. Kanavi not quite there in time. And it's all a ruse, and Jackie falls for a second time this game.
His Leave playing on his flash. I thought if he got hit by that feather pull, it could have led to death if Kanavi managed to flash forwards, but Aki manages to turn the tides. He's on great form. Shanji's now in mid. Are they able to combat with anything here? He might try and go and kill his old mid laner.
I guess something. The gravity field is decent, but Doinby gets to go between worlds nonetheless. Cream got flash, maybe forced to burn it, but a flash forward for a weirding. And an arcane shotgun brings down the arcane heralds.
Love the macro coming. That same degree of freedom. Actually, Doinby is going to go back now. Maybe go get himself first item before this fight. If he gets first item before this fight, this Aurora is going to be very, very powerful. PP Wild's coming in. Here comes the paranoia.
Goes up into the air. Remember, there's no flash. Trying to get behind, but in goes Leave. That's just a very dead Xayah, and the Luden's completed for Doinby on that teleport. A killer piece for the AD carry and mid laner.
Again, Cream is around, and I guess 369 can look for a play.
Navi's around as well, and they burn quite a lot to make this play happen. Flash forward, Shadow Strike goes wide, but the crash down happens nonetheless. PP God dies. Arcane Storm is up. Kanavi trying to flash to get on top of Leave, who is going to get permafrosted. Not quite! The stun from Shanji keeps the Kai'Sa alive.
Kai'Sa lived. 369 turns up late to the play and starts spinning.
People, but the fear is really good flash. Drake comes up tonight, finds the W. Shanji is just the ultimate saint. He is a guardian angel for the whole of NIP. In fairness, NIP just burned a lot of the ultimates. See the attempt there from the Sejuani to interrupt the crash down. You get one, and then Leave should have fallen. It doesn't happen. Doinby gets hit by the Glacial Prison out of the replay, though. Can't manage to make the Between Worlds work as an escape. Goes down.
This timestamp on the members that it's on, that's a problem.
Very scary, yeah.
2 kills onto the Sejuani, that's nice. It'll help them be, that primary front line a little bit better. But if the Sejuani is alive while your carries are dead, that really doesn't make the difference. Did a good enough job to buy space for Cream around that Grubs fight. He's going to have to do an awful lot of work. Shanji actually taking a lot of damage. Well, doing a lot of damage here. Knowing the Poppy's base damage is kind of scary.
Oh, there's NIP. Head over to the Dragon. They got 5 of the Grubs. There's 1 Grub remaining for sure. Still, we now find ourselves in a position where NIP in a great spot. They're up 2,000 gold. That Cole just cashed in. Leave now 1,500 gold ahead. Is in a fantastic spot.
Doesn't spot the person over the wall. Kanavi is there. Here comes the paranoia, but they don't know Kanavi's here yet.
Over the wall goes Peter Crisp. It doesn't matter, and despite having someone over the wall, it doesn't matter. Glacial Prison is Captain Jack Sparrowed out of there. As the day you almost caught Captain Leave. And Doinby hit by Gravity Field, but nothing too much more than that.
More gold again. NIP every
Sultans of Swing Solo over Go Your Own Ways chorus, and it works really, really, really well.
Those are 2 different bands, Sam.
But I know, but it's a really good mashup.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. If you ever play Go Your Own Way, use the Sultans of Swing Solo.
Yeah, very good. Hang on, should Leave on the sideline. Shanji can prop that passive, blocks it with
go.
W.
Overcomes the killer instinct, and Leave ensures at 369 just that.
I love this. Leave goes for an earlier game build, but the Kraken Slayer compared to, well, okay, whatever. You're 2 items. It doesn't matter. But basically, the Kai'Sa playing around side lanes isn't the primary play pattern of Kai'Sa. We don't see that much side laning Kai'Sa right now, but goes into that kill, uses the 5 Grubs to kill that first tower as well. They have themselves the feats of strength already, of course, but NIP getting this Kai'Sa ahead very efficiently is great. Teleport to the top side to keep that tower alive too. Lane assignments on point for NIP.
Okay, Infernal Dragon taken by NIP. It's only the second of the game, but they have got 5 Grubs. They do get feats of strength now, courtesy of those objectives and those kills. Turrets haven't fallen yet, ironically. Actually, just did in bot lane, I take that back. But still, NIP in a very, very strong position. Can't quite secure this turret, but the shield after taking the Herald means that Aki not in too much danger there.
Cream is really trying to get something on the other side. This Victor Could be an X Factor again if they get a little bit close to it. Shanji does not have ult, has flash. Why is he going for this one? That's a bit of a ballsy play. I guess he thinks with the next round of cooldowns he can make that kill. But there is a Seraphs on Cream. It does flip that calculation. Gotta credit Shanji for trying though.
Trying to keep this turret alive as long as he can. Actually, because Cream's had to back miles and miles away, you're not able to finish up that turret, which Cream would really, really like to do this. Victor has at least been farming well. Doinb sometimes drops a bit of farm on the Aurora to make plays, and honestly, Aurora sometimes in the mid game into big poke matchups can end up dropping off a minion or two just purely because you can't step forward without eating a siphon power. But still, just picks up a Shadow Flame, is 4 kills deep. Mid lane turret's just fallen, at least by the fact you got level 11. The cooldown isn't as excessive as it might have been.
Hang on, Paranoia, no flash, no ult, no teammates.
You have a Hex play on Nocturne, and that means you will always hang on. Crisp turns up this time and keeps the Zyre alive. I thought it was foregone conclusion.
He didn't have teammates that close, but they were close enough.
And honestly, the tenacity in this game to mitigate things like the Sejuani ult, the Braum passive is a huge deal for this Kai'Sa if you're going diving in. It will not be that easy to lock this Kai'Sa down. Here we go again. Jackie's got ult available. Now goes up into the air, manages it around the feathers, but it's still not going to be quite enough to keep them alive.
Kai'Sa still has ult. If they get more CC, Leave will join in very, very quickly. Does he need to? A flash away from Crisp. No plasma put down just yet. Can't fly in. 369 taking the bot lane turret. Cream pushing the top lane. 1 kill for 2 turret pushes. I actually think top esports are okay with this one in the grand scheme of things, especially since Leave can get, well, he's just ulted in now. If it gets caught, maybe we'll revisit that.
Oh boy, they pick him up too. That might just lead to a bit more. Of course, they'll still lose this tier 2, and they will get soul point off this. The dragon was spawning in 10.
It is an absolute battle for Jackalope to have any sort of cooldowns available again. Crisp can't save him this time.
But you will have Paranoia up for Aki, I believe.
Yes, you will. Aki can go dive in with the Paranoid. Single direction fight. Let's see how it works.
Go look for the play. In comes that AoE from the Atakan. The feathers come up. Aurora, though, eviscerates. Chris Sejuani secures the Atakan, but the feathers are everywhere. The petals are everywhere. They're murdering so many people. Shanji trying to stay alive. The shotgun is doing a lot of work. Leave it to the back line. Just about gets stunned up by the gravity field. It doesn't matter, though, because Leave could stick around for a triple, pick up a load of the feathers, and still feel pretty damn good.
The Atakan goes to top esports, but it doesn't give them the GA, remember, anymore. They're going to go run straight onto the Baron. Do they have the HP for this? This could be very, very risky. Leave has great objective damage with the Rage Blade, of course, activating that passive. They will get the Baron after this point. Should come through. NIP get themselves a lot of those Blood Roses. It is worth noting, if it goes, like, later game than this, you don't have, you know, your W upgrade for longer range stuff, I suppose. But Leave, I mean, he has...
In a team fight, if you can get Jacula this additional item, you would love that Lord Doms to come on through that.
They need to find another front to back with the Xayah and the Victor in a safe situation. It's so hard to buy that, though. They'll push out mid lane. They just need to keep a front line in front of their carries and see if they can do the work. It's so hard.
Shanji's TP'd in. It's not the cleanest. PP got interrupted before the crash don't come down through. Knocked away is Ambessa, though. And Kanavi falls down as Leave in the back line alongside Doinb. Annihilates what remains of top esports, who sink right down to the bottom of this game.
Doinb with a 4-man ult sets it up and Leave slams it home. Leave, the main character of this one, has an absolute field day on Kai'Sa. 369. He was punted away. He's trying. If he'd done that in a team fight, it would have mattered more. He can't do it. He'll go down. NIP blasts top esports in the fight.
And they get to pick up Soul afterwards. You know what? That Kai'Sa really needs more move speed after she ults.
Yeah, I hear that's exactly what she loves doing. As NIP really rolling away with the early game lead. They're level 1, setting up Leave for success. There are a lot of games where someone gets early resources and they don't use it well. That has not been the case here. Leave doesn't even in Cream because they kind of sat there like, well, we've tried our best, but we can't exactly do much from this kind of situation. Jack Lovely feels bad too because everything's just been thrown at him. Shanji's around the corner, doesn't have flash, might look for a wall stun anyway. People got misses the Q.
Maybe an angle. They do actually get onto Leave. Forced to cleanse. He's now in danger. The GA maybe gets popped. Good ult. Like Vesa still trying. Can't get the kill. Still got the GA. Still going. Leave is just better.
And the fight continues. Shanji gets another wall stun. Top esports will make it out, but they will make it out. Gets onto the carry. That's as good as it gets at that point. But he can't outdo Leave with so much gold in hand. In top esports, they have been attacking.
He very much is. And 369, that was a good angle. They got the Glacial Prison that immediately went into the public execution. Yeah, the cleanse was good, but you can't cleanse suppression. As a result, the Ambassador nearly did the work there. Shanji on this Poppy being run at, but with the, is it Chain Crushers?
Here we go again. Here comes the paranoia. Doomby's on the side. Here comes his ult.
Wide, and there's Between Worlds. Ambessa is going to the next one. He Love pulls back the feathers to little avail at this point. In goes Shanji. He's so fast at this point. Leave ult on in, and the killer instinct is showing psychopathic traits at this point. Someone arrest this man. He's on a true crime podcast because he's murdering people live on air.
The GA is finally popped, but that's the only one he will need. Kanavi dies. The rest of them fall before him. NIP take the first game of the series.
Head on to the Nexus turret, and they do so with style. Leave on the Kai'Sa is the main character. The other members set him up. Great games from Aki. Great games from Doomby to really make sure that this Kai'Sa pops. It is a 10-kill Aurora. It is 11 kills on this Kai'Sa.
Not turn the entire stream off. That would have been very, very bad.
But now you said the big red button.
No,
there,
don't press the big red button.
I'm like,
meow, meow, meow. Necessarily need the consistent damage if you can get that first kill.
Go. Looking for a potential dive on this bot side before we start talking comp nuances a little later on. Shanji, spike moving out, lots of flashes being blown. They want to get this kill, and they do secure it. Comes at a relatively high cost, though.
Does. Shanji gets a little bit too far away from his tower. If he can go a bit closer, maybe it changes things. 3 rotations around the place. Cream, of course, with a Dark Seal first back. Yay on the RE. Can maybe snowball if they look for that first good ult of the game. Chris doesn't have flash, doesn't have ignite. Might be important in this one.
Here we go, looking for the engage. PP God and Chris both try to go forwards. It's a lot of damage, but PP God dies first. Now there's a charm onto Doomby. Can't quite secure that one back as they do lose Jackie. Comes at a fairly high cost of Shanji being burned down. Kanavi low but not out of this. Doomby has had his perfect execution timeout. Leave holding onto the 4th shot. Ends up being a 1-for-1 in terms of the kills. Grubs look like NIP the ones come out with 2 of them.
Yeah, Cream a little bit unfortunate.
Slow because again you're so gated by the way your passive and your 4 shots work. Nice charm there from Cream. Gets a nice chunk onto Shanji, who's actually now in danger at a 3rd HP with Kanavi coming on over. I think they're going to try and dive this with Chris coming on up. Turret has got the Q3 gone down. That gives license to go forwards. All out goes Shanji, but the charm follows. Cream takes aggro, doesn't care that much. 3rd kill to Jackie.
The damage is starting to rack up, and Cream getting accelerated too. Doesn't have ult. Needs to be a bit careful here, buddy.
Flash Q to curtain call is coming on down. The cease and desist. Flash just out of range. Charm is good. Here comes PP God, who headbutts to get to the wave and allows Aki to pick up the kill.
Greedy from Cream. Like a proper afro kind of thing.
It was crazy.
It was very voluminous hair. Now it's a lot more flat. He is a very tall person. He kind of looked a little bit like Ivan, actually, with everything. Hang on, that's a big catch out on Chris. Flashes out, so clips his pop.
Turn around. The ult. Nice cleanse from Lee, but now the Terran, he's got to flash away. It's left Aki out to try, though, doesn't have flash to work with. Gonna try and donate another kill over to someone valuable. It'll be Kanavi that ends up securing it, and that was a bit of an overplay from it.
I noticed you mentioned that yesterday. NFP, filled it up. I'm definitely not salty about that one. Teleport's coming through. Let's show what the fight takes.
Can look for some more. Chains of Corruption lands. It's only on to Cassante, who's taking that much down. Dragon secured. That's 2nd one in, but now Cream looking for the angle on the other side will just mean that the Vi dies. No option to cease and desist, and you're right, resets begin to fly. Barbecue in range, just about looking for an angle here. Leaf has to flash over the wall to get out to safety. Dragon secure, but at cost. Now Doomby in a potentially ugly spot.
Available immediately after the resets. Well, they haven't been able to use them. Now Top East will have everything up but the Cyclone, and well, they have everything in the next few seconds. Kanavi doesn't have it right now. Aki does have ult. He's pulling his turns on the tower, though.
Oh, that sometimes happens when you revive. Will get out to safety, but now the teleports come flying. Crisp's in danger, but they kill Aki off first. Crisp still just about alive. Finally taken out by Doomby, but the equalizer comes on down top of Shanju. Gets charmed back onto the red carpet.
Cream.
It is a very important person indeed. Welcome to the Oscars. Unfortunately, the people winning the awards for best movie.
Cool down. It's like, we have to go now. Overplays himself, goes into the pocket, gives a reset over to the Ari, who starts to just put down a ton of work. Look how many just random Malignance calls you get in this play. Charm back into it. It's another death to the top side. As Cream gets himself another Dark Seal stack. Top Esports well and truly snowballing.
And they picked them up in the right places. Everyone looking to have picked up quite a lot of gold. This Cassante as well, down 30 CS. That's a big deal now in the top side. You've got first items completed. Jackie Love has been set up for success from the early game. In the picture-in-picture, we can see it's just Crisp walking menacingly at Doinby and chasing him down with all the abilities. And then, despite Cream having taken a bit of a chunk, still manages to pick up the kill. It's a good spot.
He's going towards the Leandri second now. He's got a lot of gold. This would be the time to go Magi's, folks. You want to get it before you start overcapping and start powering those other important fights. We'll see. Cream will go at some point. He's got enough stacks. I believe in him. I trust him. But the Leandris really does want to be part of your build, especially against the Alistair and the Cassante later. Cream is going to start taking over this game if no one else is going to as well. I said, obviously, I'm the Ari player. I like to focus on this guy. Everyone can take over this game now is the problem.
Two, really, at this point. Or catching people in a skirmish on rotation to get the man advantage afterwards. It's just not easy, especially if it costs you too many ults.
Yeah. Hey, we did say walking out of game one. Hey, great level one from NIP, and they played their comp well. Can you do that same thing again? Can you get ahead with composition that plays itself so well? In this game, no. Dragon goes over, soul point denied from NIP. Peepgod maybe looking for something. Cassante is on the flank. Doinby could TP, but I don't think it's a great angle. They can't find them. I mean, there's even a chance Peepgod gets caught hit.
Look at Shanji and Aki split up. Are they going to try and teleport in from Doinby? Keep your eyes on it. Everyone's coming along. They've not spotted the Vi yet. He's backed away. Nice vision.
People at the Infinity Edge, but they do have good utility. I think they're worried that they are falling behind the game and they want to make a comeback play, but I think they're overreaching for it.
You really want, at this point, I think, a second item on Doinby to match this Collector rapid fire, and then you can try and just pick off the Ahri, the Varus, someone who will die in a chain CC, assuming you can make it happen. And that would be a big deal.
So there is actually a comment in chat which I'd like to talk about as well, because Helena's asking, well, why are we playing the lethality Varus? Isn't that a mistake against multiple tanks? And normally I would agree. I think that makes sense from the Varus perspective. But you now have two Leandris solo laners going into the tanks as well. I think that they'll do enough. And Jackalov, I mean, he does damage to plenty of everyone else all the time. He puts that ult. He's not looking that tanky, is he, right now?
Maybe he found an angle on here. He's going to jump onto Kanavi. I think we'll just get executed. Cyclone's solid. That means actually the turnaround T still is still very strong. Chris about to get over. Aki can't quite secure that one. Shanji to the backline. Onto Jackie, though, could prove problematic. Doinby looking for another angle forwards. Going all out. Jackie's still alive, though. And that means they can't secure the kill on the Varus. It ends up being the 1-for-1. Doinby, PP God, very low. Have to flash out. The burn is just ridiculous. Double flashes popped in trade.
So it still only ends up being a 1-for-1, and yeah, you can see the issue right there in terms of, well, if you're getting a 1v1 with the Cassante and the Varus, then yeah, the Varus is going to really start running from that one. Does well to force PP into a bit of a rough situation. Cream not quite able to clean up in the way that he wanted to either. A bit of a worrying side from top Esports. They shouldn't too much risk that. Plays it safe, and now we're getting ourselves a Herald into the mid lane. Cream has ult, has flash potential for us to play if someone is stepped out of position.
Still a lot of flashes and the teleport from Shanji burn though, so the tier 2 still going to fall. So it was a little bit dicey, but the thing is, so much was burned in that play, particularly from NIP to just go 1-for-1, but neither does Shanji, so it's all right.
Shanji will clear that one out. Could potentially all out to him on the turret, and you can't exactly put the flame spitter on because then you start taking tower aggro. So,
and again, second dragon only for top esports. Well, NIP could afford to give it up, but again, their comp is in some ways past its real point of power. They've got at least a couple bits of assist. Nice charm onto PP, who feels the ult needs to ult, turns around to Chris, half shock times out, Deadly Flourish goes wide. Shanji already lost a third of the HP. Chris goes back in, has the locket. They can turn around to PP, who's just dead. Shanji walking down the red carpet again, slows down to have a few pictures taken, but leaves before it gets too hot to handle.
So that's going to be dragging over to top Esports. They need to find another angle. Aki does have that angle. Can they execute on it?
Don't know they're there. They're trying to hold a court in these tri-brush. PP God now coming across. Curtain call and Aki on a good flank. I think PP God still probably just dies. Jackie Love ghost blades away from the potential angle for the Vi. Rumble dead though. Ahri now coming up. Doinby very deep. They will get both junglers now trading. Doinby needs to flash on out. Make this one out. Doinby goes golden, but he's still going to just have Kanavi waiting on top of it for a crushing blow. And they bring him down. Chris keeps going forward, trying to extend the play. They lose one back as Jin. At least gets to execute with the Collector. Cream flashes over the wall for the Orb of Deception, as we now know. It is confirmed. Shanji all out. Picks up a decent Undopo Strikes Part 3 to get that, but Kanavi ain't stopping. Wait, though. Leave could do a lot of work here. Fourth shot gets him a triple.
Leave has a 7,500 damage team fight to keep NIP in the game. I am so sorry for...
though.
The top Esports want to bring Leave out of position if at all possible.
Everyone's here. And a fumbled Atakan here might give NIP their route back into the game. The last one got a bit dicey. Credit to Shanji and Leave in particular for the extended play. Shanji hit by the charm. Aki's still on a decent flank. Crisp is warding him off. Promises Tri-Burst control, not fantastic. The equalizer is decent. Burns a lot of HP on PP God and Shanji. They back off and we restart Atakan again.
Here we go again. Top Esports trying to control the Tri-Brush. These charms doing a very good job of denying that access in. Doing opening up the extra option from top lane, and Leave is still in the defensive pocket. He's got a W, he's got an ult. How much can he do? And we walk them, say, into the river. Again, here comes Aki.
They control around the curtain call to buy some time. It's going to be a lot of damage. Kanabi begins to body block. They've lost the fight. PP God falls. Much cleaner stuff, and I don't think there's an easy angle, unfortunately, for Leave to keep putting down DPS.
That's better this time. They don't overchase into the Jhin, and they will be able to get themselves the Atakan. NIP, one good fight does not make a one game. They get themselves a decent recovery, but they can't stick the landing. Atakan goes down, while NIP will at least trade for the mid lane turret.
How far away from an Infinity Edge is Leave? That will be a question we have to track. The problem is Baron is up. Atakan was just secured. There's not even a soul to secure for NIP. They'll get soul point off this, and that's not bad. You'll take that as a consolation prize out of in case of nothing, but still not easy.
I noticed, okay, so this is going to be a soul point for NIP. So the directive trade does come through. However, well, I mean, if you survive long enough, start for soul after that point, so NIP opening up.
But I said I wonder how close he was to that. That now makes Leave an X Factor. He can do a lot of work this game if he gets time to hit people, and probably, if possible, not be full shotting people at full HP. The bullets do way more damage as long as you've lost some HP to begin with. It means Aki and Doinbi do a little bit of work there themselves, I think. The problem is they just don't want to fight right now. I don't blame them. They're trying to maybe get a hold of 369, but the inhibitor will fall nonetheless in this bot.
Yeah, I think NIP, as long as they know that Leave's in... Look where Leave is positioning. He's just he's positioning at W range, not auto range. So he's sitting back, you know, way beyond the engage range of the fight. He's trying to sit there because he knows he doesn't have to auto attack all the time. The ult's going to be good poke again. Using quite an important tool. Atakan's only there for 30 seconds. They break the base, but they don't break the game.
Charm, Wipe and Cream does still not enjoy the damage from Leaf, but again, you've got Atakan withdrawals to work with, so they can play very, very aggressively. They do so. Second inhibitor about to go down. I think NIP, he may be forced to pull the trigger at some point. I don't think Top Esports are leading.
See, there was a... Oh, man, there's a lot of damage onto Cream. The Atakan's moving off in 10 seconds. Can they get kills after that, or will they have to delay?
Curtains are called. Remember, there's not that much pit work here to hold on. They get one withdrawal. Recall now comes from Cream.
It's bearing off now. It's gone.
It's gone. You're right. They can start trading for it, but Doinbi goes golden about too late. They turn it around. Gonna try and play out for Leave. Akali gets two. No way. Doinbi on that HP gets that much value. They can keep going. You're right. They're gonna try and play it out. 369 puts on the barbecue, but Leave likes those odds.
Cream takes too much damage before the fight, and Top Esports just do not recognize they are
actually... That will be a GA last, and I do not blame him. That's pretty significant. Of course, Aki did lose the GA active in that last play, worth noting. But then again, so did Kanavi. So both junglers without that additional second life. Wave control, if nothing else. They did get soul point. So this might be their angle back in if they can win this next fight.
Cream, what's he doing here? PP God doesn't have flash, will have to ult early, and he does. Here comes
Aki
the
on the
fight.
Side. Jumps into the backline. Cream goes golden, but it's not the best angle. And now the turnaround can begin to go on through. It's a great curtain call angle. 1 for 1 as it stands, but the walls are closing in, as are the curtains. Doinbi goes golden. Will likely still fall apart here. They get that additional kill. Ends up being a 2 for 2, but the jungler is dead and Dragon's alive.
But the AD carry is dead on one side, and Leave is still full HP with the GA.
Boy.
With a flash, you cannot go towards this. I think at this point, the AD carry diff is more important. And if now you've reached this point where
the early lead. Game 2, he had to fight for it. The Atakan buff wearing off. Massive, massive moment for Top Esports to fumble.
And there's still a gold lead for Top Esports, but I just don't... I think it's decorative now. I think it's decorative. If you can't deal with the Jhin, it doesn't matter. Leave standing again at W range. He's playing for that longer range. The Solar Flight comes through, but it's only onto the Alistair.
Does have to hope, but that's it.
Does, but Doinbi going in potentially.
I apologize, he held onto his nerve. I thought it was that. It was a different thing around him. He might have been trampled anyway.
Massive.
Shadow Cream burns the ult until I get the angle. PP God goes back on him, but it's only really onto a Chrome. They go to turn. PP God is very low, but now gets to pop the ult. Chains of corruption after. Leave unthreatened as he opens the curtains. Doomby to the back line alongside Aki. They've killed off Shanji at the very least. Aki and Doomby not getting as much work done as they want. Leave is doing damage though. GA back up off cooldown. Gives a moment. Doomby cannot secure the kill. The last auto would do it to break down the Akali. Finally brought low. PP God goes down. But Leave is just absolutely monstering the fight. It's an 8,000 damage Rumble team fight though, who manages to match Lee, but he's going to clear up this T2. The Jhin just unthreatened, unbothered, and absolutely lethal.
The Ocean Soul is absolutely critical. You see how long PP God, Doomby, and Shanji stay alive because they delay just a little bit longer. Rumble might walk up. I don't really think they can stop this going down though.
They're going to try and fight this one out. Equalizer comes into the backline. Leave. Remember, no flash. Needs to be a bit wary, but with the Ocean Soul and the ability to reset here, comes on through. An NIP are going to crest us post 40 minutes. This Jhin to set up the Sakali for a bit more success. For the first time this game, it really feels like Top Esports now on this true defensive.
The Poke Varus as well going to get some diminishing rewards because it is against the Ocean Soul. If you can proc that, a lot of that poke starts to disappear. Walking up the tower damage is absolutely nasty. NIP for the taking. Aki alive on a flank. If you can heal off of the Raptors, it changes a lot. Here they go in.
1-2. Lot of damage. Curtains are called. Trying to shield up Crisp, who takes a lot of work. Needs to be very wary. Oh my days, I've not body blocked it properly. He needs to back away. Your support, not here. Aki shield off camps.
And they don't have the Equalizer. The Equalizer got the GA from Aki. That is now a big tool missing. Leave back into position. The Elder going down. And Crisp not at the fight with the Solar Flare.
Doomby still on vision. That ward is offering so much work this fight. Deadly Approach wide. In goes the cease and desist. But survives. Aki dead. All out for Shanji. Trying to play this one out. Clean can keep on hopping it. Doomby on the other side. Leave trying to play this one out. Gets a cleanse. Trying to run away. Just about alive. Still got the GA working. Still gets down. Shanji is dead. Cream can't find the kill. Leave though being run by Kanavi. Still got a GA to work with. Goes down. Leave alive. 10,000 damage. The Equalizer back off cooldown. This needs to be the moment. The Jhin has to die. He's down. The game is done.
11,000 damage is not enough from Leave. Top Esports will win the game somehow, some way. After fumbling their mid and late game, NIP tried their best, but Top Esports will end it here and bring us to 1-1, even in the series.
Just can't quite carry it over the line. That ward in the pit, it's going to haunt them. It spots out Aki that loses the GA. It spots out Doomby as he looks for the flank and Leave. The one death of
harder to play. You don't have to easy pick and go comps.
Not bad either. Just off the way Q works in general. Pretty good with that. Flash away. PP God gets under the turret. Gonna try and clear out this wave best he can. Will be able to decimating smash. Will die, but should be able to pick up the wave at least.
This is the bonus.
First blood goes
come back.
here.
You don't have the teleports for this now. They are going to bring this in. This is dangerous now.
369 nowhere near Mega as yet. Gets slowed down with the piercing darts. Flash for the grasping roots. Crisp forced away from this now. Will likely be given a kill over to Aki. Crisp now in danger as well. Speeds themselves up with the E. Flashes out after.
So 369. It's not point and click. It's not a Vi. It's not Nautilus or something like that. Jackalov on Ezreal could do unspeakable things from this lane as well too. He is the beneficiary for Top Esports.
I don't think we ever actually covered the Silent Senna combo. We mentioned it's a thing. We haven't explained why. And that's
hang on, he's got no mana. Jackie's got flash and barrier. Caught out by the Senna.
Maybe required to. Grasping Roots lands. There's the barrier. PP God now down. Aki actually pretty low. Flash for the Spectrum Wall over PP God. Gets the kill, and Jackie doesn't need mana when he can get a little bit from those honey fruits. PP God dies as well. Nicely done by Top Esports.
Top Esports catch the catch. NIP go first, but they are just a little bit disrespectful. They didn't have flash on Aki or PP God. They used them in the dive. Crisp is going to be fine here. Leaf doesn't have the most early damage. Jackie could jump over the wall. That'd be a problem. if the W had come through for that proc. Level 6 on Shanji, level 6, level 4, that could be a problem.
Doesn't go any further. Leave is still fighting. Doombee's turned up. Jackie's hunting for more. Flash away. Flash forward. Gets the kill. And now Jackie's still deep. Level 6 could be in danger. Doombee trying to flash, but there's a root from the Karma. And Jackie gets another. What is this game? It is a circus around these grubs.
Kanavi getting resets too. NIP, you had that early game going pretty well, all things said and done. Yeah, the Ezreal was scary, but at least you'd managed to deal with the Gnar. Now the Ezreal is game ending. 2-0 and 3.
After that point,
they have to disengage. NIP grossly overestimating themselves.
Yeah, I know they were trying to buy time for Aki to get there. I mean, 5 seconds might have been enough to play that, but now PP God's getting run down by 369, and it's not the Renekton versus the Gnar, it's the Sion versus the Gnar, and the Sion is not having a very fun time, having lost access to that first wave like the Gnar did.
Jackie is so goddamn strong, man.
Hang on, that's a big root. Gonna be potentially chased on right now. Has no flash. That means there'll be a lot of work to blow up Jackie. Nicely done. Leave gets that kill.
Jackie is so goddamn dead, man. I can't believe. I cannot believe that
Fair
happens.
amount of damage yourself. It's just about getting on top of people to use it. Dragon being started. Aki. For an angle. Kanavi takes it. Q smite is good. And the charge on through doesn't work. Jackie very low. Root lands onto Chris. Dawning Shadow comes across. The shuffle back is good, but doesn't get the kill. Aki alive. The plan still doesn't work. Kanavi flashes to get the reset. Will now die. No, he doesn't, because he just gets to jump away again. Surely, surely, surely he dies. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Double reset the heal off both. Gets a, what do we call it? Last stand in there too. Shanji, no flash to follow up on that. And Kanavi gets himself the HP. Yeah, NIP get themselves a turret here. How's that? NIP, we said they were losing control of this game. They're going to start losing control through the side lanes now too, and that's a big problem. 369 gets the stun.
Planetary Blow comes down, and Doombee has no mana. He's used it all, tries to accelerate away, but there comes Chris, throws out the Soul Flare. Doombee survives, but they lose another turret, and Top Esports already had feat to strength, having secured that last dragon, so now they really begin to accelerate.
Doombee not really genuinely start a fight.
Shanji picked up a couple of those honey fruit, gives him a bit more rage. Jackie has to hop away. Crisp in danger. PP God goes very deep. Crisp flashes away. PP God surviving, gets a shield on that. Dawning Shadow flashes out of Kanavi's ult, especially now. 369 on the flank. Nearly at Mega. Gonna get knocked up, but not quite enough. Shanji doing his best. Flash for the Gnar. Leave in danger and will swiftly be put into an early grave. 369 turns up late, and it is fashionably so.
369 needs to add a 4 to the end of his name for the targets he hit with the ult. Flashes in, great timing, and manages to win. Top Esports the fight. NIP did not respect that extra engage. We said the engage is very, very hard.
And the game gets very challenging, don't get me wrong. Senna's scaling is good. It'll offer something.
369 no flash. Shanji does have all. He can get himself the empowered stun. Aki can kill hit.
If you try to, Stranglethorn's coming down, the Mega Gnar into the wall with the knock-up after. That's a lot of burn. I don't think 369 has anywhere really to go. Slice, dice, and Shanji picks up the kill.
As I said, does no flash. Goes a little bit too far there. The Herald in the top side is going to make for maybe even a 2-tower push. Nah, nothing more than that, really. I guess they could use that Herald to drive it somewhere else, too. Doombee's going to be able to take that one down.
Charge? They do.
Oh, they do. I thought they'd be able to kill it with the hit on the eye on the back of it. Top Esports, lose one kill on the side. We did say that, hey, early game might lead to that. Nice, cool. What that means is, we said this in one of our previous. They can push all 3 lanes, ready for the dragon to spawn in 20 seconds.
With a poke comp, effectively, let's be real. Plus Ocean Soul empowered by a Ruinous Atacama buff. That is so difficult. Scream! Looking! And it's the cream of the crop. You know what the crop is? It's a Zyra plucked from the garden. Leave tries to run, but there's nowhere to go. Will Dawning Shadow for a moment, but that's 3 members dead.
And this could just be the game. Look how much damage they'll do to towers here. Where is the wave clear? Doombee might have to go melee form to break something. It is absolutely disgusting 6 grubs with the Ruinous Atacama. Top Esports, they don't need the Ocean Soul. They might just end the entire game.
I think they can. That's 3 members dead. They've got so much structure damage. They might just decide, look, respawns are coming, we'll take inhibitor and go for the soul.
Yeah, a little bit of hype there. I saw the respawns like, oh yeah, it is. I'm normally
Solo queue would have stayed.
I'm normally used to late game. I was thinking, oh yeah, but the death times or whatever. I mean, if they get another kill, maybe that can happen. Jumping forward is Shanji.
They're going to have PP God come on in. Shanji flashed out, Cream low, but just stands and delivers. In comes PP God, trying to get out to a Cream, but he gets a heal courtesy of Chris. And 369 is back around. Now that Sion is real deep. Flashed out, still gets rooted by the Defiance. Or the Renewal, I apologize. 369 continues to hop on forward. They lose the initial member. Zombie Zion will clear out the wave at least. An attempted pick on the retreat doesn't work for NIP.
Yeah, Nas going to just go towards Shuffle at the right moment to completely break the spine of this game.
And this was after what looked like a very astute lane swap. Renekton getting solo lane. The Senna
She go for the Thrillders, went for the Shojin, but it means he has... Oh, Aki, he's been spotted now, and that is... A Rose by any other name would still be just as dead, so it would seem.
Smells a bit like manure this game, unfortunately. He is back into the compost pile.
Hey, I hear that's meant to be a fertilizer, but that might just have to be growth for the next game. They'll have to grow from this one. God, they wish they could have grown a little bit more in the last one. Now potentially down series points against top Esports. They're trying for one last desperate play.
Cream eats a bit of damage. They try to go over the wall. Shanji pops the Dominus. Cream actually now in danger, will likely fall. So they get one. But the extended fight going to be very challenging. Doinb flashes out, but they give up a soul. 369 flashing over this Gnar. Nearly at Mega. Shanji tries to get some damage back, but there's nothing left to be done. A triple to 369's Gnar. 16-4. Soul, Ruinous Atakan. And NIP are ruined. It is the end of an empire here in this one. Match point, series point for top Esports.
That'll do it. They will shred through the turrets in NIP. Creative composition is about all you can say for that. Leave, exit stage left. Nexus falls and top Esports move to series points. You ult onto the Zeri, you pull the shockwave.
It's names of the Yasuo abilities, because obviously Beyblade's when you spin, but there's like the Keyblade where you kind of do it, kind of double one off.
Chris caught out, has no flash, he's going to go down.
Yeah.
Aki finds him, the Lulu goes down, first blood to NIP.
Busy musing, and Aki exhaust and a heal from PP.
Chris still has no flash, he has heal now, but Aki...
Oh boy, he's going to put down the Chompers, gets a bit of time. The Polymorph comes on through, exhausts on Aki, trying to flash on forwards, but a nice counter strike from top Esports means that Shinzao will die. Ultra Laser tags a couple, but not enough.
Oh, the shockwave!
Pulls Leave back from across the wall. The Zap flashed away from Kanavi. Will have a leap strike up and available pretty shortly, but the Prowling...
He's level 7, he gets the level up. That's kind of nice for the extra stats. Shekelov has his ult as well. Leaves going in, double ults.
And they're going to go to the Choppers! That's a bad time to be Leave. He's dead, and that means the cat is going to be put in a sack with a rat and a Jax. He's dead.
There's the teleport coming through. Shenji has his ultimate. Doinb's here, and he has the ult. He goes straight onto the Jinx.
Heal flash. Storm gets the kill. Crisp under turret, but the sweeping blade on out. And they get one in trade.
Kanavi can't pick up Doinb there. Doinb does, however, leave mid lane alone. Cream, who was down.
Flash from Doinb to trade out with, of course, Jaculov, but now both summoners burned from this Jinx. Alongside that Lulu, we'll have a look at this play again.
So if you look at how well Chris plays this, started up by NIP. Doinb's sat on vision. Top Esports don't see that much right now. It's really dangerous to go towards it. Shanji could be teleporting in and threatening a cast, and that could be so much stuff. Kanavi can potentially look for a steal, but I don't think he wants to throw himself in harm's way.
Turret playing the feats of strength, and Leave jumps on, turn around, final comes on down, and Kanavi now in danger, will be able to get healed, does so, flash on full for Aki, who gets knocked up, but there is a wild growth, hops away, still gonna keep chasing, tries to go to the backside, now Leave is low, but also a rocket body block, flash forward, gets the kill, PP God needs to leave, jumps onto Aki, teleport now coming behind, this will be 369, gets the last Brad, gonna see the 3 down straight knock up, and they bring down Jaculov.
Oh, that is such a good extra dash in from Aki, the Shinzao setting out.
Not
want to give Zeri a free ult and free time to auto attack and stack up that ultimate. I mean, the ult does hit, doesn't hit onto Leave. They'll get that turret now. They'll get themselves some extra gold for it. He's not going to be... I don't think they can really do... Hang on, they might be able to. So Aki's coming down if they do, and he's coming with a Yuumi attached to him. I don't think he wants to do this. The teleport's coming through. Do they see it? They'll see it now. Doinb, if he gets a knock-up, could be very, very powerful.
Oh, the turnaround is monstrous. The Hextech are going to buy some time. They got a wild growth. Doinb just about surviving. 369 falls. Finally, Kanavi looking to turn it around. They've burned a lot.
Shockwave still up. Shockwave is still up.
He can go on to the Jax. Flashed away from by Doinb. 1 for 1 as it stands. Looking at the other side though. Shanji goes back on in. Leave pops the lightning crash, but doesn't really hit anyone. Counter strike back up. Doinb in danger. No minions to slide through. It's a triple to Kanavi on the Jax.
Last time he went for a big play, Kanavi missed.
Saw any valuable autos from this Zeri, who would have been a key part of that. Has now picked up 2 items. Soul point on the ground for the side of NIP if they can find it, but there's a lot missing as we stand. Kanavi goes forwards, and he is so scary now on this Jax. They're going to go on to him. Can they follow up? They're going to throw down the ult for the shockwave. Deny space. Doinb dies. Knock up again onto Leave, and the Yuumi is going to be gone because he was trying to jump onto the Yasuo. Oh no, Shanji in danger, gets slowed. Hextech ultimatum. And they get a triple kill to Cream's Orianna.
Oh, they're just handing out all the kills now. NIP are misjudging the value of the double shields from top esports, and I think they're losing their heads a little bit. They won't be able to get themselves towards the dragon and get themselves the burst combo. And with this kind of composition, you fall behind in your objectives and your gold. It becomes really, really difficult to play it in the future. I really want to lane out a turret. In a turret going again. Yes, again. Repeat the last mess. Really able to make even more of these explosive plays. They have flash on Kanavi, they have flash on Dakulov and Chris. They could really just full send it at any time, just like this.
Zaki will audacious charge under the turret to try and get towards 369, but now they're just going to attack this turret. They're going to find a nice knock-up with the Crescent Guard, but 369 will use the Hextech ultimatum. We'll have a teleport to respond just after. Aki flashes away. The final chapter, the heal, the zoomies, the wild growth! It's exceptional! Shanji turned into a snowman, but there is no Olaf to build. He's dead, it ain't frozen, it's melting, it's all falling apart for NIP. The Wombo combo is lacking the Wombo.
Oh, this Lulu has been disgusting. The Atakan gives them some withdrawals to work around too. Top esports, I think a lot of people maybe consider them underdogs because they came through the lower bracket and NIP came through. Turn around, get the organization to 10,000 LPL career kills.
Some claps in chat. Has to be that or bust, and then Leave has to clean up what remains.
Surely Doomby's debut split back in after such a promising group stage doesn't end like this. Well, Top Esports would like to write their own story. Top Esports are really one of those all-time elite LPL teams. Yes, they've changed some players, changed some of the paints on the cover, really. But Kanavi coming in for TM, Chris coming in for Mako. Still definitely players with a high reputation themselves, even if they have some inconsistencies. Top Esports would go on to face BLG if they win this, who looked very scary earlier today.
Oh, yeah,
so the story, God, LPL playoffs.
Onto Jackie and Chris. Back he goes over. Now has a decent flank.
But no, they've left them! They've left them alone!
He's got his own blue buff. Polymorph onto Shanky, but doesn't actually collapse that well. That gives Aki a moment to the backline. They've knocked people down the zone. He's just good for great, but I don't know who's going to be able to keep him alive. On the other side, Jackie dies. Doomby gets that one. They got both bot laners. Cream about to fall down. Medjai's having all of his pages turn out. 369 at least picks up Doomby. But Leave alongside this Yumi, Cream still running, actually might get out and hold on to those pages.
Cream just about lives, but Top Esports, I thought they'd found a wonderful way to split the fight as the Hex Gate had separated the team, but no, NIP, they close their eyes, draw a bead on Top Esports, and they somehow find the mark. Aki saves the game with the Yumi on his back, and they'll take the Baron. They might be able to take themselves the dragon afterwards too. Actually, I'm not sure about that because there's a teleport back to the Nexus turrets because there are double inhibitors leading to Superminions taking a Nexus turret. I didn't think we'd even get to the point where NIP would have to think about the game beyond this point, but here we are. Aki saves the game with the Yumi on his back, and they'll take the Baron. They might be able to take themselves the dragon afterwards too. Actually, I'm not sure about that because there's a teleport back to the Nexus turrets because there are double inhibitors leading to Superminions taking a Nexus turret. I didn't think we'd even get to the point where NIP would have to...
Was critical. They will lose this dragon. It's only second though. It's not the end of the game. But NIP find
this top lane tower is going to go down despite that Baron buff. The Baron power blade gave them 2,000 gold to the advantage, but it is still them stuck on their side of the map. They barely have a ward outside of their own base.
But time was what they needed. Time is what they get. Look what's in Doomby's instance.
Scared. Jekyll has to play. He doesn't have flash. He can't flash up Cask if it came in from that. Kanavi goes in and he forces the fight.
To leave. The wall goes after. The Zeri's down. They brought her down to earth. There is no more to be said. The game is over. The Cask comes on through. But the president is dead. There is no replacement. There is no election. It's a dictatorship. It's the night of Top Esports. The come rampaging through. An NIP drop. Hope is dead this game.
Can Kanavi do it? Yes, he can. He proves that he is still one of the best players in the goddamn world on the Jax. Has so many carry performances and takes Top Esports to the finish line.
An extraordinary assassination. I wondered, you all wondered whether that Zeri would have a moment. They won't. Ninjas in pajamas. All pro team in mid. All pro team in...